Now, the rest of the story.
I didn't walk out here to do a cow update, but you know what? Since we're here, just go ahead and do it. So we just put bales in for everybody. 3 bales of hay and a bale of corn fodder. And the corn fodder is what got taken out first. I mean, that is pretty well spread out. What they do is they just tear it apart to try to find any corn that is still in it. Granted, I haven't seen them find a whole lot, but then they'll go through and dig out all of the corn leaves. This stuff is fresh as I could get. First cut, no rain, been tedded, been raked twice, and baled. Now, I'm not a grass expert. I'll go ahead and I'll fess right up to that because it's true. If I could have 100% reed canary down there, I would. Because we went through and we sprayed nitrogen yesterday, or I did. Well, Dad and I did actually. And the reed canary, you can definitely tell. Well, let me lead off with this. We were looking really good on moisture on Saturday. Yesterday was Monday. On Saturday, we went down to the valley and it looked good. Everything was growing, everything was nice and greening up. Well, fast forward till Monday, 2 days, and it looks dry. Like, the ground is dust. Like, I was kicking the ground, and like, granted, this is all nice and muddy yet because you have all this organic material out here that's holding moisture, but you could kick the ground and do that, and there's no moisture in the ground whatsoever, and it's just dust. Not even, you know, like clumps of like moisture laden dirt. No, it was just dust clouds. I don't really think the row crops are sitting as good as everyone wants to believe we are. We had 1 3/10 a week and a half ago. That's pretty well used up. I mean, it got the crops out of their funk, but I think we are literally running from check to check. rain shower to rain shower. Timely rains will make a crop, but keeping in mind that there's no gas in the tank as far as much for subsoil moisture. It's 90 something, 95 degrees out, and I can actually look out across the field there, and I could actually see the light spots across the big patch where the beans are actually showing a little bit of heat stress, and it's what it is. I mean, I was kind of apprehensive about doing much with the row crops this year in regards to like pricing and everything. I'm grateful I am up to this point. As far as the cows go, I haven't really been out here checking them like I have been. I mean, preg checking was a bust. There's KFC chicken. That's not his name, but everyone likes to point out that they got KFC branded on them. We're done calving. We have been for a while. I ended up 15 total with 13 alive, 7 boys, 6 girls. As of right now, I'll be selling those 4. They are last fall's calves. They're currently getting a bucket of corn and then a scoop of mineral with them into their daily feed. I'll be selling them sometime in September. Ideally, I'm aiming towards like probably the first sale in September. There's only 4 of them, but that's how you get into a groove of you got to at least start a program and stick with it, and that's what I'm doing. Like, going forward here, just trying to establish, okay, they're calving this date, this date, this date, this date. I am going to have fall calves set for next year because I have everybody that was open this spring that is up here is currently in with the bulls. The bulls are doing their job. I mean, I have 4 of them in here, and to be honest with you, I got high expectations for what it'll look like next spring as far as where everyone's going to be at calving wise. But I also have 4 heifers for sure down at my place that won't be bred, or the bulls won't be put in with them until November 1st until January 1st. So we'll have 2 months this fall. Anybody that isn't potentially bred now will have a chance to get bred this fall, and then if they're open, come next year, they're probably going to be going down the road. It's just the way it is. I should have done it with those 8 that were open, but I'm giving them a chance. Rocky, I know for a fact that he isn't. There's Homer. No, that's not Homer. Her calf is Homer. He's number 66, and the little guy is huge. But he'll make a nice calf when we go to sell him this fall. Here's Darla. We can tell Darla, not just from her tag, but she's got this cute little white tip on her tail. So, and she's pretty chill. The only problem is when she's trying to chew on the bales, I'm taking the net wrap off. She has no problem just sitting there looking at me like, why are you bugging me, dude? So, definitely have younger heifers, first calf heifers, ideally, and then we got older cows right in front of me. She's one of them that's bred, so she'll be calving sometime in October. Grandpa's cow, Grandpa's heifer, still going good. She's actually Darla's mom. We got my one black heifer calf, probably the last one I'm going to be having in regards to like keeping back. And then going forward, starting next year, any potential black Holstein calves, I'll be, or not black Holstein, wow. Any black heifers, steers, are going to be going down the road because I need to start pulling cash in and sitting on my hands, getting the cow herd up and running. This is a very, very good kick in the pants to get my cows to do something. And if they don't really show that we're getting somewhere in the next year and a half, I'm definitely doing something wrong. But plenty of bulls. I'm a little worried about the heat in regards to them, you know, coming into heat, getting bred, but they're actually calling for a pretty good cool down. 70s and 80s the next 10 days. And the bulls will be pulled August 15th. I'm giving them 60 days with the cows, and then it'll be moved down with my parents' cattle, and they'll be left in with them until November 1st. So September, October, 2.5 months in with my parents' cattle with 4 bulls. And then we'll probably end up getting rid of Rocky after that. And then I plan on going and buying at least 1, if not 2 more bulls next spring. And I think we'll be sitting really good on the bull side of life and keeping the red heifers back, at least maybe starting to keep back the good ones and not just keeping back just because they're red. So keeping feed in front of them is important. Yes, they're still on crete, they're still in the lot. The pasture, I need to go through, need to spray the thistles off. We need to get this fence put in, which is on the list for the next week or so. And then I need to put a hot wire around it because the cows will be pushing the fence on it pretty well within 6 hours of letting them out. The calves are growing good. All of the steers, because I banded all my calves. That's going to be my goal going forward, especially when I'm calving right here at the home farm. It's easy to walk out here once or twice a day when I know that they're going to be calving. I can come out, I can tag them, I can band the bulls. I actually got I'm going to try to get some scour guard. It's just a tube that you put down in the back of their mouth and you squirt some of that gel down their throat to help with scours. I did have a little bit of scours with these guys in the first couple weeks when they were born, on not all the calves, just random calves. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to actually having some decent number of cows going forward here. I mean, 50 head, I mean, approximately 40 head of calves to sell every year, give or take. I mean, there's a gray area there as far as loss and heifer retention. And some of these older cows, I about guarantee you, some of these older cows are going to be getting called out next summer. So, and I'm not including these guys. If I add up all the heifers that I have currently, like Darla here, and with what I currently have as far as cows and heifers, everybody that is of breeding quality, including those 4 that are down at my place that'll be bred for this fall, for fall of next year, I'm actually sitting at 60 head of breeding stock, including these guys. But oh well, everybody's happy. I think everybody wishes that the heat would dial back, and the heat and humidity is supposed to really cool off here tomorrow. and they're not calling for any days in the 90s for the 10-day forecast. I need to go through, get the skid steer back out here and shove all this manure back into a pile, because our manure pile is composted out again, and the cows are doing their part by walking up on it. Not really what I want to see, but to be fair, they walk up on it and they're kind of packing it down. This will be the best manure that we haul out this year, is because it's trying to keep the stuff piled up on it, and then with rain getting on it and then kind of churning it up when we do push the pile back up, I think it makes a pretty nice pile of manure. So, all right, I'm starting to sweat, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. The cows are happy even if they don't look like it. But 3 full bale feeders and a fodder bale for them to chew on, and I'd say all the mouths are full. But talk to you later.